I was driving to pick up my son from school, and my phone's like vibrating, like I'm getting a text message. But then I look at the screen, it says ringers on, ringers off, ringers on, ringers off, ringers on. I'm like, what the hell? And I realized, oh, I dropped it in water. And I think it's the Mophie. You know, this Mophie's the little battery charger. Mm-hmm. This is like the fourth one I've had, and I just got it a month ago. And I'm so bummed. So now it doesn't charge. You know, when I go to charge the Mophie, it doesn't charge. So I have to take apart the Mophie. And then I got to charge my iPhone on a separate iPhone charger, which I don't really have any because I'm doing my Mophie is an Android charger. It's so complicated. But what happened was there's a radio personality here in the building that went bull riding and like destroyed his body. And he said, is there any way possible I could come over to your house and sit in your cold plunge? And I was like, sure, man. Can I really? I said, yeah, man, you totally can. And this is a guy that I literally grew up listening to. My wife and I were dating, and we would turn on and listen to him in the morning. It's amazing. And it's like totally an honor to work with him in the building. I've been a big fan of his for a long time. And I was like, all excited. I called my wife, and I go, hey, Tim is coming over to the house. Tim Hattrick is coming over to the house to go use the cold plunge. And she's like, he is? It's like Justin Bieber's coming over. So anyway, I get home. I went and did my Orange Theory. Day 2 of Orange Theory. I get home, and I have to go to the bathroom. And then we also have our friend, you know, our housekeeper's cleaning the house, right? And I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm on the toilet, and I got my feet up on the squatty potty. And Tim texts me, and he's like, now I have anxiety that he's coming over. Like, you know, I'm a fan. And he's like, hey, man, I'm here. And he's supposed to be at my house at 1:30. It's like 1:23. Like, you're here? I'm like, I'm pooping. That's all I said to the guy, right? And then my wife calls me at the same time on the toilet. I'm like, hello? And she's like, her phone sucks. And then it disconnects. Then she calls back. And I'm like, I want to be like, oh, my God, I'm trying to go to the bathroom. But she doesn't know I'm trying to go to the bathroom. This guy, Tim, is right outside. The cleaning lady was in my room, right? So finally my wife calls again. I go, hello. And she's like, Tim Hattrick is outside. He's outside the door right now. I know this because of my doorbell camera. Right? So we have this alarm system, Black Hat Security, and when you not ring the doorbell, the camera turns on and calls the person. So it calls my wife wherever she is, and she picks up, and she sees Tim Hattrick at the door, and I'm not answering. So she call, and I go, I'm pooping. And I go, call Romy. I go, tell Romy to let him in. And she goes, how do I do that? I go, call her cell phone, right? So she calls Romy. And when I finally get down there was dog poop in the carpet in the front door. So first thing he says, hey, when you said you were pooping, I guess you weren't kidding.
Funny Tim.
He's always funny. Man. So anyway, he comes over to my house. We go in the cold pool, right? And I get it, and I'm filming. He's going live, Facebook Live, I'm on Instagram Live, and we're filming together, and he's really funny. And then I jump in the cold pool with him, and I set my phone down to jump in. But what it does is, because there's two big guys in there, the water comes out of the cold plunge and goes into my phone. And him and I are talking, I look, and I see my phone underwater because of the spill out. I'm like, oh my God, my phone! Anyway, that's when my phone doesn't work.
Yeah, I was watching it.
So
and you're like, I want to get in with you. I'm getting in, man. And you hop in, and then all of a sudden, you can just hear the audio just go,
no.
And I'm like, oh, I wanted to hear that. I think Johnjay ruined his phone.
I was watching his Facebook Live, so it was like the most hilarious thing. I was actually here at work, and it was a bunch of us watching it. Yeah, like in the digital area, it was like at least 8 of us just laughing, watching you guys.
Oh my God, you want to hear it? Let me tell you about how hurtful my ego was. So he's on Facebook Live, right? And he barely has, no offense, he barely has any followers compared to my followers, right? So I'm like, I'm going to blow him out of the water and show him my number, you know? He crushed me on followers. He had if I had 100 people watching, he had 150 people watching or something like that. Or I think at one point I saw he had 44 people watching. I had 10. And I was like, man, something must be wrong with my phone. So I didn't bring it up until right now.